I finished watching the Apothecary Diaries with my wife. It's a fun little, like, I guess you call it I guess you call it a mystery suspenseful romance. Has a lot of little, like, political, social intrigue and stuff like that. How you doing, Mr. Pumpkin? It was good. It was a really good anime. My day was pretty good. I basically watched anime all day. Watched anime and watched over my kid. Well, that's fun. Hollow, if you want in here, I gotta get your info. Although, if you want in here, I don't think that I can do voice chats very well, and I may just run things with you. I can help you, but every time it comes up too fast. Can you do it again? I haven't actually. I've seen it pop up in chat several times, and every time I look over, I was like, oh dang it, I missed it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Although I guess I could turn back the clock a little bit. Might have to be longer than that. Oh, you're away from home. Okay. Alrighty. That's fine. Okay. What do I want to do? So I need to have all the meditation stuff, or do I? Cataclysm, Nova Warp, servers. Song of Flames, okay. I guess what I could do is I could run Prismatic. I do need to grab Prismatic stuff. Welcome back, Mr. Pumpkin. Miriam! Hello! Do you have enough coins to do an arcane staff? I've yet to actually see it. Watch the gift. I'm watching. I'm watching. Less fun. Still fun. I was hoping it would like swish, sparkle. It just twinkles. Okay. They had so much opportunity. It seems like there's a lot of opportunity missed. Nah, that'd be too difficult. Nah, that'd be too hard. Nah. Make it shoot little lightning bolts? Yeah. Dune Shadow. Kinda looks good. Necrotic Grips. Ooh, those look really good. That is really expensive. Your hunter's all forest camoed now? Nice. Nice. Slapshot finisher. Shadow Dance. Ah. Circuit! A lion. I love that little lion. I mean, I like the arcane staff more. I kind of wish I could have gotten the priest thing, but say Libby. I guess I could grab. Do I want to grab one of those? I don't even know if I'll use necrotic grips. Fuck it. Okay. Ward pass. I wonder if these just cycle through. Let's see. I could do that. Could run that. Or that. Your AC is still broken? That sucks. And that's one of the whole reasons why my baby didn't want to wake up or didn't want to go to sleep yesterday. It was too hot. Like the entire day she was just burning up. I wouldn't say burning up, but she was pretty warm. Probably really uncomfortable. Let's see, what does Ada 1 have this week? Broke randomly earlier today? Dang, that sucks. Like, what broke on it, do you know? Is it still running and not producing cold? Or is it, did one of the motors go out? What are the symptoms? Did it just stop working? No air. No air or no cold air? So there's a good chance that it was just, there's a good chance it was... Oh, hi, cat. There is a good chance that it's either a blockage, one of the ducts got misaligned or something due to construction. I forgot what does it take to do the immortal? Was it the immortal what? Immortal title? Title. Oh. Block of ice on the... Is there a big block of ice on it? Alright, Mr. Pumpkin, have a good one. How are you doing?
My headache's getting worse. I'm gonna try to take some medicine. Yeah, still a little dizzy though.
I would take Excedrin over that.
I can get it right. Just sit down. I'm probably that better. I'm surprised you're not playing Power World.
Hollow said when he would play this.
Okay.
So here's something funny. These are the brown sugar ones.
There's 2 packs.
There's 2 in this pack, but there's only 1 in the chocolate pack.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't count how many there were, so I'm wondering if they. I wonder if they downsized the chocolate ones.
Why? And charge the same amount?
I don't know.
I probably should grab water too. Thank you.
Oh my! Oh, the mirror just freaked me out.
Huh?
I fell for the mirror.
You thought somebody was here? I mean, the guards fell for the mirror too. The guards fell for the mirror too.
Yeah. Do I want to do story or do I want to do other things?
Ask your chat.
Huh?
Ask your chat.
How many of those red things do I have?
I can see.
32.
Oh. Are you doing your warlock?
Yeah.
Hey, I actually can tell the difference. I don't want to play the game. You should be impressed, sir.
I'll run the Pale Heart again. Oh.
Long ago, the traveler came to the soul. It brought the golden age to humanity. They explored, they built, they thrived. Until the collapse. A terrible calamity.
I forgot cutscenes.
It brought the people and soul to the brink of extinction. When all hope seemed lost.
I gave her chowder today to make sure she's hydrated.
Plus, the apartment was falling apart when we moved in. Last time we asked to get it fixed, the dude working on it literally said that the AC breaking down wasn't surprising. Wow. No, not King!
AC's not working? Your landlord should buy you a new one. For your tenant rights. Especially in the summer, it's considered an emergency. Your landlord has to get you a new one.
Ooh.
Hmm?
Vanguard Scout Pro wished his way inside. The paracausal bond he shares with his twin sister will guide us safely through. Now, our leaders prepare a strike force to enter the traveler, to confront the goods. That's our role. The tip of the spear.
Again, your landlord is supposed to provide a new one. You gotta throw that at them. For your tenant rights, also in some states, depending what state you're living in, it's illegal to not have AC. Like in Texas, it's illegal to not have AC. You can't live in a place without AC.
Yeah, but her state...
I don't know what state she's in, so.
I'm not gonna say it out loud either.
But, anyway.
So I think her and Hollow are still trying to figure out where each other lives.
Either way, in all states, you do have tenant rights, and your landlord is supposed to provide you that stuff. That's also part of your down payments too, is to fix anything that is broken or whatever.
Why are you starting me off here? The frick?
This is where your character kind of went off to. Sounds like you need to move. I had a landlady like that. I had to live in black mold because of her.
Oh.
You remember? And my place was infested by bugs. Like not like roaches or anything, like caterpillars, ladybugs and all kinds of stuff, and she basically told me to deal with it. So that you're having those kind of issues, you might want to look into moving somewhere else. Ah, that is why you're moving.
There's always a purpose to life.
Mm-hmm.
That's disturbing.
Mm-hmm. It looks like one of my crap. What is those dreams called when you're stuck in bed, paralyzed?
Sleep paralysis.
Yes, sleep paralysis dreams.
You moved into cigarette-stained carpets, disgusting cabinets, floor. Yeah, it sounds like a really bad place.
Why didn't you look at the place before moving in?
They probably had a showroom.
Yeah, but you always view the apartment that you're moving into, unless you weren't given the opportunity. Yeah.
They show you the showroom. This is what it's gonna look like. This is all the things that it has, and you'll live in that one up there.
I always ask for looking at the apartment I moved into. I even taught Shane to do that too. Because I learned my lesson from the first time I moved into an apartment. It was filled with roaches and bed bugs. That's not normal, but okay. It's a shame that they messed up this game.
It really is.
Because the graphics on here is also really good.
The graphics look in here. The people in here are just
like real people.
potent, too.
But at least you're moving. Just make sure when you move, check wherever you're moving first. Not just based off the showroom or anything. Or pictures. Because I had one that tried giving me pictures too and did not look like the picture.
Hell, there was one place that we looked at, and it looked like, okay, that might fit. And then we went to go look at it, and it was like, the paint, it looked like a picture that was taken like 4 years ago.
Right.
the employees actually lived there before. She explained everything like a casual resident.
Okay.
Especially that she broke the pet rule once and didn't get caught. Huh. I forgot I had that helmet on. That looks really cool. Slander, good man. Slander.
Oh, I know some furries. I do that, Luna. And first
Welcome
time,
in, Luna. How are you doing?
First time too. Explain yourself.
They came and left.
The darkness unraveled it, projecting something. Overlaying possibilities. We have taken it out, but I'm thinking of something strange. Perhaps a hidden source of energy.
You've been thrown out? Like they you were evicted, or your contract is up and you don't want to renew it by
You're an extra life. Let's try activating that contract.
Okay, yeah, so your contract is up, okay. So yeah, legally they can do that.
The light may be a natural structure soon. You can bring it.
You missed.
I missed. Oh, Devram's old church.
I'm getting conflicting reads on the age and material composition.
Well, at least you're getting out of there.
I love explosions.
I refuse now to live in a very dirty place anymore. Especially after black mold nearly killed me.
Fine, we'll do shotguns.
And we'll teach her when she grows up not to live in a very dirty place either, so. If she decides to move out. I'm not gonna force her out of there. 'Cause I know the economy's gonna suck by then.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm hoping that by the time she's grown up, we're leaving this house.
Yeah. So she won't have to worry about it. But I also don't want her to make the place a mess either.
True.
You know, like your ex-wife.
Yeah.
I don't want her to be like that. It doesn't have to be as big as bed like Mom's.
God, this gun is so sensitive.
Okay, they shouldn't have been able to do that. And if you had proof of that, you could use that against them.
The barrier weakens? What? Bro, oh. No?
You missed one somewhere.
Apparently I'm blind.
Go back down that way.
Nope, it's right here.
Oh.
It just wanted to hide from me. You panicked. You panicked though, because we had...
No money due to, okay, buying over 100. Yeah, I know that feeling. I've been there before. Never been forced to re-sign a lease. Thankfully.
Ow.
I think the worst I ever had to deal with when it comes to leases and all that is when I had that 2-month coma, and then I come back out of coma and find out all my stuff is gone from my house and somebody else is living there. And then find out the landlady kicked me out because I didn't pay rent because I've been in a coma. That's the worst I had to deal with.
Aw.
And I found out she sold everything I had to pay for the rent I didn't pay.
I love explosions. It makes my job so much more easier. Aim better, bro.
Yeah, I'm better, sir. You must be tired. Yes, it does. It's a good way to scare people.
I have not been able to reach the Vanguard. Even my mom and my brother is fake. We'll find the others. We have to.
Yeah, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to keep your deposit. I had one that tried to accuse me that I had missing blinds and stuff like that, and I didn't. And at the time, I was too naive to, and didn't know how to defend myself, or too afraid to defend myself at the time, because I was freshly out of school. They kept my deposit because I didn't know what to do. And it was like a $300 deposit, and all they claimed was one missing blind. So you know the deposit for that's not that much. Ooh, but goodbye.
Freaking warlock jumps.
Yep. Really, they had it as non-refundable. That's the whole point of a deposit. The whole point of the deposit is supposed to pay for any damages that you may have done. Otherwise, that is just extra rent. I don't know how laws work in your state, so I don't know if they can legally do that. I know in Texas they can't do that.
Oh, there's a lot of you up there. Not anymore. I love explosions.
Okay, the one for pets is non-refundable. That's normal. Because there's always going to be a little bit of pet damage. But the other deposit, one for yourself, should be refundable. But I don't know about whether...
Any security deposit.
Yeah.
No.
As your leg went straight.
There is a big joke in the Destiny community that the warlock jump
Yep.
is borderline useless.
And what were you saying about the deposit, huh? Security.
Yeah, generally security deposits are
Supposed-
always refundable.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Like the whole idea is you put this in, if you don't do any damages, any permanent damage to the apartment by the time you go leave,
You can get it back.
you get it back.
Right. Now, pet deposit, yes, you're not going to get that one back. That's normal. But a security deposit, you should have got it back. At least I know in Texas you're supposed to, but I don't know how other states work. They also made us pay extra for any possible, and yeah, they can't do that. They're price gouging you, and what was the actual word for it? When they're trying to get more money out of you than they should have. Since we didn't have insurance, and we got a paper saying if anything is needing cleaned or needing replaced, we have to pay a shit ton extra. Yeah, that's what your deposit is for.
I do have this ringing nail set up right?
You cannot, they should not be expecting you to pay anything extra because that's the whole point of your deposit. Now, if there was like immense amount of damages, such as a wall being taken out, they have to take you to court for small claims. But they cannot ask you for more money legally. Do you have like a paper trail of all this stuff? Or something, you know, like a letter or text from them?
That was a big guy that dropped in front of me.
Well, if you sign this lease... Hold on. Okay. whatever is said on the lease that you signed for is legal binding. So if the lease says you do have to pay the extra, then yes, you do have to pay the extra. Because you signed it. Because they will use the lease as your legal binding contract in court. Start to end times 2.
Tell him the Allied coalition will protect the city in the Vanguard state. Tell him that we will join as soon as we are able. Tell him. Tell him. He knows.
So if your lease, like I said, if it says that you have to pay extra at the end. Okay, so fully start with the lease to the end of it, not the remaining time of the lease. Wait, what? I'm confused what she's saying.
Fully start the lease to the end of it, not the remaining time of the lease. And times that by 2. Wait, what?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Here, scroll up on that.
They even said on lease, which turns out isn't legal, that if we break the lease, we have to pay the whole price of the lease's rent for all the leases times 2.
Okay, yes, I've heard about that.
Wow.
Okay. No, legally they can do that. If it says that on the lease.
No, it does not say that.
Okay.
That is not legal.
But if it says on the lease and they sign
You cannot pay for time that you cannot be forced to pay like that entire time. That's ridiculous.
But if it says that on the lease and she signed it, yes, I've seen this in court cases on things I've watched and read about. And there were cases like that in Texas that did that too. Shane almost signed into an apartment like that, where it said something like that on the lease, which I told him not to go for. It's one of those really super ritzy apartments he was looking at. And I was like, you don't want that. But if it says that on the contract and she signed it, when that is presented to the court, they're going to see that as a legal binding contract.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If it says it on the contract and she knowingly signed it, yes, that will be the issue. Now, if they change the contract and it's evident that they changed it, or it's not said in the contract, then yes, it's not legal. They can't do it. But if you can prove that you're forced into this, and then they forced you to sign an extra year of the lease, like, that's why it's always important to keep a paper trail with your landlords or landladies, which was a hard lesson I had to learn myself several times, actually, because I didn't learn the first time. It's always good to have a paper trail of conversations. If they ever want to talk in private, you always tell them, hey, can you send me so I can remember this? Yada, yada, yada. Send me a text or a letter so I know. So when you do move, just keep a paper trail of everything. All conversations, have them emailed to you or text to you, whichever, or even written out with the signature. because I got screwed out in a lot of situations. Yeah. That's a lot. But you're not breaking the lease, right?
No. A regular broken lease is like 2 months rent. Whoever's running your thing is absolutely just that is insane.
Yeah, they are. But unfortunately, because you signed a contract, they are scamming you almost legally. Because yeah, like Zero said, most places they only charge you a couple months rent because they need that couple months to find somebody else to take your spot. But because they put that in the contract and you did sign it, they're getting away with it. The most I have seen was 4 months, and that's because it was a very nice apartment complex that had the 4 months, and therefore it's probably harder to find tenants.
Ooh.
Again, if you have evidence of all this stuff, like a paper trail and all this other stuff, take them to court. After you move, take them to court. Try to get some of that money back. It'll be a small claims court, but that's what you can do is getting a small claims court. You get somebody to me.
How you doing?
Not gonna say.
Nope. Welcome into my chat again. I still feel uncomfortable saying your name. Especially with my wife right next to me.
Yeah, I would be okay with it. I know I'm the real mommy.
So Violet?
Violet. Okay. Remember, it's Violet.
Alrighty. Oh, welcome in, Violet.
But yeah, Miriam, if my best suggestion is like after you move, if you have all the paperwork for all that stuff, and if you really want to pursue it, I know me personally, I don't really care for suing or whatever, but if it really is a hassle or whatever for you that you really want to take care of, I would take them to small claims court, because maybe then they may get justice or stop doing what they're doing to other people, but that's all up to you. I know I don't like going to court. I've been to court too many times with other issues, and I would avoid it for me. Ain't personally paying for any damages. I make my sister pay for it.
She's planning to fuck with a carpet, so whatever damages come from that, she's paying for it.
What? I mean, you're not gonna get your deposit back. You might as well. I would have slashed the windows, shades, and everything.
Oh, hi.
If they were really that bad to you, I would not leave that place nice. Because it's not like you're getting your deposit back. And Violet left.
Yeah, but at the same time, that may cause further problems.
True.
Especially if you do want to take them to court.
Yeah, I would decide on that first. They're not gonna sue for less than she'll get for free for deciding she somehow magically knows how to replace carpets. Wait, is her sister going on?
No.
So wait, what? Why is your sister getting involved in this? Also, does apartments and places that you're renting, do they check backgrounds? She lives with me and her cousin. Okay. The reason... Okay. And the reason why I asked this is because they can still report you. So when you do go for apartments and stuff like that, they can see if you did damages and stuff like that in other apartments. That's why I ask. But if they didn't even check your background, they probably don't have the ability to report your background. Oh, so they did report you, but they didn't check your background. Yeah, because once your background's tarnished, it is a little bit more difficult to get an apartment.
We just got told one way to get accepted without getting into rental history or getting someone else to sign for us was paying a bit extra. That's from the new place.
Mm-hmm.
We agreed to pay the extra.
Because apparently the place she's at right now reported her saying that they were horribly unclean and all that stuff and did damage to the property. They reported them. And so when they did the background check on them, they now have a bad mark on their history. So when other landlords and stuff look at that, so yeah.
You're still alive?
Most of the time, they don't contact the place that you're living at. Majority of the time, unless they have probable cause, such as, let's say, your apartment caught fire, and they want to know if it was done by you or if it was a accident. But that's still good that they still accepted you, even with that remark. That is expensive for rent.
It's okay. It's not the worst I've seen.
I mean, it's not the worst I've seen either, because, you know, my brother was paying $3,000 for his, remember? I was like, holy crap.
I mean, that's how much we pay. That's how much we pay for a mortgage.
Yeah, you should look into getting a house.
Well,
I know.
we made plenty of we made plenty of money before to get the house.
Yeah. And it's hard to get approvals for anything nowadays. Even when you make a lot of money, they still doubt your income. Right.
Yeah. They said it was hard to believe. It was hard to believe that somebody who started off as a driver and went to a manager and then went to a district manager. It's hard to believe that they went. It's hard to believe that they had that they gave you a raise
3 times.
3 times in a year.
It's like, hey, I'm good at my job. What do you expect? Both of us got a raise 3 times a year. I do miss that money though.
That was probably the wrong choice.
Too late now. I'm committed. $13,000 for the cheapest. I would suggest saving 20% of what place you're wanting to get. And if you got a first responder job, by the way, there's this thing called Homes for Heroes. They will help you get a house.
Well, I don't think she has a first responder job.
Well, I don't know who she's living with, what kind of jobs they have.
There's lots of programs for people to get help getting houses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what? I had to do it. I had to do it in here? Dang it.
$1 too much? We know that feeling. They told me they make a little too much too for benefits, but technically I'm unemployed at the moment. So we can try attempting again, but I would probably still need your last month's pay stubs.
Yeah.
Which should look much less since we've been missing work all month and we've been cutting hours. So hopefully we'll qualify this time.
Really? No! You bastard!
Wow.
I got screwed out of that one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we were told we were automatically disqualified for like SNAP benefits because we owned house and 2 cars. And then I find out that's not supposed to be accurate.
Apparently that was just the teller being fucking racist.
Yeah, because we're white. And not Mexican.
I'm sorry, maybe not racist, classist?
Both. Should have done that at the edge of the guy.
I love
So
explosions.
basically, he refused to help us.
But yeah, we literally got told to go screw ourselves.
Which is why I'm like kind of adamant not going to the office again. But we do need to, unfortunately. Because if we get SNAP, we can get meat. The entire food bank don't give a whole lot of options for meat. They give us 5 points for protein. And chicken counts for 2 already.
Oh hell no!
So for insurance, have you tried Medicaid? Because it's not always income based. Of course, I got Medicaid because I'm pregnant, or was pregnant. But yeah, you don't really need insurance, thankfully. But there are a lot of places who will still not accept you unless you have insurance. As long as you don't see the doctor a lot, it's not a big issue. Plus, you can always go to Mexico for cheap drugs and processing surgeries or whatever. Like dental. You go to the rag doctor and getting a tooth removed, your wisdom tooth removed is only $50.
Aha.
Magic. Where's your Oh, I see. Yeah.
Let's do this one.
We're strong to defeat Echo and Ben. We can use this. Let's go. The transponder signal isn't far.
Yeah, we know the feeling of that. That's kind of what happened with us.
Watch out.
Man, I don't want to go up there yet. Ah, fuck.
I know about the bad vision. I used to be blind myself. I'm still having issues with seeing. And I've had a total of 32 surgeries on my eyes. Yeah, you're nearsighted, which is extreme myopia. Do you have by chance stigmatism as well? Because that could be it. Well, if you ever do get to see a eye doctor again, I would ask about that. The reason why I say that is because I have extreme myopia plus astigmatism, and they told me they can only correct one or the other. And so I chose the extreme myopia because that's the worst one. But I still have to deal with the astigmatism. So I can see things, but some things are not as clear. Like me having to read, it's not as clear. I have to get a little bit close or try to strain my eyes a little bit just to read text and stuff like that. Plus I have, because of the surgeries I had, sometimes the letters get mirrored. But that's from surgeries I've had. But what they can do is you can get contacts for your nearsighted and then glasses for your astigmatism. Okay, OCD is a mental disability. Well, OCD is not inherited.
OCD can't be inherited.
Yeah.
They may think that it may be inherited, but it can't be inherited.
That was intense. I think
Because it literally is a mental disability. But like I said, it's an obsessive compulsive disorder. It's your obsession and compulsive issues.
Did you know that there's no proof that ADHD and ADD are actually a thing? There's no physical proof. Symptomatically, there's proof of all of it. But it is so much a weird mental state. But it is not how people believe it to be, a chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
Old science would say that OCD, ADD, ADHD, different mental problems. Old science would say that it was a chemical imbalance in the brain. Studies and recent studies, especially in the past 5 years. Okay.
Don't cry.
I'm crying. Ten years. 10 years. That's how long it's been. Anyway.
Read the text for me.
I have my stuff in specific order. I get angry if it was moved. I'd be my office is a wreck. I get angry when my shit's moved. Okay? My office is a wreck.
I get angry when it's not moved. I'm like, I like it be somewhat clean.
So getting angry about things being moved, no, that's my shit. Don't move it. If I want to move it, I'll move it. You can ask me nicely to clean it up, but
Do I anger you? I try to keep things clean.
I can overthink things. That's
normal for anybody.
If you have a brain, you're gonna think and overthink. I fully know when a Sharpie is missing from my bag the moment I check, even if I didn't check it for weeks beforehand.
It doesn't sound as bad as medicines.
Yeah, but that's not OCD.
OCD is I'm gonna use my adopted sister for example. She has anxiety and OCD issues to the point where she's diagnosed to point almost insanity. She gets obsessed with the numbers fives. Everything has to be done in fives. And she'll even repeat things 5 times. She has issues with religion. She's getting better. But she couldn't do religion for a long time because it upset, like, it drove her OCD mad. And she always had, like, she had to have things in a specific order. Everything was labeled. And it literally drove her mad. And again,
see, the biggest thing about OCD is the like having to count all the fingers on your hands before washing your hands,
which she has done.
Like, that is OCD.
And then she spent an entire week getting rid of all the grass in her Minecraft world before they did the infinite map.
Yeah.
And then cleaning up all the trees and then making everything super flat in her Minecraft world for the most part. Like, everything was tidy because she could not stop. And then she didn't sleep until it was done. So she stayed awake an entire week because she physically could not stop. And then another time she actually plucked out all her whole eyebrows because she was trying to make it super neat. No, really. Because she was trying to clean it up for a wedding, and then she ended up plucking out the whole thing because she couldn't stop. She literally could not stop.
Yeah. Like, that's bad OCD. That's really bad OCD.
The reason why her hair is always short is because she kept cutting it because it was not growing straight. Like, everything was not even.
Yeah.
So her hair is always short because she cannot function because her hair is not straight when it grows out.
I almost had a mental breakdown when I realized my face is unaligned.
One side's always bigger.
And people keep telling me that, but actually, like, my head is tilted to the left a little bit.
But everybody's one side is always bigger. That's normal.
I was told it's because of my cleft lip.
Mm-mm. One side is always bigger.
And now I start seeing everybody else's, like, unalignments, and it also drives me batshit.
See, my right side is bigger than my left side.
That's a
I had that father Madeline special ed did this to her, and she was like, it really bothered her.
Why would you do that to an OCD person?
This was before she was fully diagnosed. She used to not be a agoraphobic person. She used to get out a lot. But it was one of those things, we had a conversation about being double jointed, and I even showed her how my hands were a little off because I used to, believe it or not, all my fingers used to be double jointed. But I broke my hand so many times, not all my fingers are no longer double jointed. Shane's is still double jointed. He can bend all of his fingers backwards and index and everything and do this weird twitch thing with his fingers. You might have slight OCD, but really not really.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't classify you as OCD. Now, my adopted sister for sure is. Like, she's having to get medication and everything. She has full meltdowns, and she has panic attacks and stuff like that. She can't even leave the house either. She's claustrophobic.
But there's something else to it. Science isn't quite to the point that they can explain why OCD, ADHD, other mental health conditions, they can't quite explain why. They're assuming, but actually, factually, there is no evidence. So, even the medication that she's on,
It doesn't really help much. She's getting
it works more. It works better as a placebo.
It works as an anxiety medication.
Even that, anxiety medications, like, it works better as a placebo. There's no physical proof that it works. And I don't want to, like, if anybody's taking them, I'm not saying don't take them. If they're helping, they're helping. But just know that science hasn't really started figuring out.
I know the anxiety medication I was on, as you remember, caused a lot of issues for me.
Yeah, they did a lot more harm than good.
I was hearing shit, I was seeing shit, I was having weird dreams, and then it caused a miscarriage too. But we get pens though because
The line never gets thicker. Yeah, but okay. As an artist, I want my lines to be consistent. As somebody who
that's not OCD.
As somebody who draws and stuff like that, I want to make sure that my lines are consistent. That's not OCD. That's just being a good artist.
It sounds like you're just a really neat, tidy person when it comes to certain things, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but I would not put a label on you as OCD. I think all it is you're tidy and you're neat. And that's more of a character thing. It's just like Zero's mom, her house looks like a magazine. Meanwhile, ours is not a magazine, but it's not dirty either. It's just our house looks lived in, put it that way. But
my office can sometimes look like Asmongold's.
and that's why I clean it. Because if we go by what you're thinking OCD is, then I would be considered OCD. To which I'm not. Because I do obsess over some things.
Geronimo!
Now, autism is a totally different
Ow.
story. And it's hard to diagnose women with autism, unfortunately. Because most of our issues are dismissed, especially when it comes to hormones. A lot of people dismiss a lot of our stuff because of that. It's just like a lot of people tried telling me I'm autistic too, and sometimes I feel like I might be because all my brothers are. They have some form of autism, but I never actually been diagnosed either. But and then of course I got some characteristics of an autistic person, such as detachment. And yeah, it could be the brain damage too. But autism is not a bad thing. It's kind of more like a superpower. I will tell you that. A lot of people who are autistic are super good at something. Like in the case of my older brother, he's really good with math and music. But he cannot socialize to save his life, as you remember. And he's not really good at taking care of himself, especially with his hygiene. That's the downsides of autism.
Ow.
But there's also different forms of autism too, so there's no telling. Man, it's really hurting you. I was gonna say you would.
Take a sword.
Miss.
Everything is, I squeak when I'm really happy and get the happy shakes, but I'm very good at cooking and figuring out recipes. To an extent where if my sister struggles to understand one, I can call her a moron.
I don't know if that would be autism. It's autism is you struggle with socializing and basic daily life things, daily life tasks such as hygiene and eating. I was just saying, autism is you lack social skills for one, and then you lack life skills for two. But you're good with something like math and art and music and stuff like that. But you have an obsession towards those things because it is something you're good at. And then when you talk about the subject, you get overly excited and stuff like that, like Shane with his furriness and
Yeah.
games, like, and he can't stop talking about it.
Yeah.
That's autism. But he doesn't know how to take a shower, brush his teeth, and he really awkward when it comes to socializing, to the fact that he stands in our doorway when we're in our bed and just says, "How you doing?" over and over.
How's it going, Shadow Wolf?
Yo.
Hey, no one said you could push me around.
So being blunt is not an autism thing. That's just a character thing. What I mean by social issues is that you don't know how to pick up basic social cues. I'm gonna use this a weird example. That my older brother, he has Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of autism. It's a severe form of autism. So my older brother, first off, he has really poor hygiene. I have to call him every now and then to make sure he showers, brushes teeth, stuff like that, because he won't do it. He'll also forget to eat sometimes because he gets so caught up in whatever he's doing that he's obsessed with or whatever at the time being. But when he was living with us for a little bit while I was helping him get on his feet, he would often like stand in doorways because he's stuck and will repeat, "How you doing?" for example, over and over because he doesn't know what to say. He doesn't realize Sometimes the conversation does not have to be happening. Quiet sometimes is a good thing. But he felt like he has to talk. He has to talk. And then even when we go in public, he felt like he had to say, have a conversation with somebody. When somebody talks about a certain situation, he'll try to bring up an event that he's gone through, not to try to be better than them or anything, or say I had it worse, but he was trying to conversate that he's knows similarly of what they're going through or whatnot, but that's not how he's coming across. He's coming across, oh, I had this worse, or I did this better. So he doesn't pick up these cues that are crucial in the conversation. For example, we were invited to a funeral one time, and all he talked about was our grandmother passing away. Because he didn't know how to tell them, I'm sorry for your loss, or my condolences, or something like that. He kept bringing up all the people that have died in his life, because he didn't know how to conversate that to the person who lost somebody. That kind of thing. So, that's what autism is. I don't know if you ever heard of the show, The Good Doctor. He's the same way. For him, he's good with medical stuff, but he was very awkward with... Yeah, so... And The Good Doctor, he also has Asperger's. So they understand the emotion, but it doesn't fully register, and they don't know how to comprehend and react like a normal person, if that makes sense. So good intention is there, but they're not coming across as good intentions. But that's what autism is. Now, you might have social anxiety. That might be another thing. I have social anxiety, or I used to have social anxiety. I used to have troubles talking to people because I was worried about what if I'm conversating the wrong way, what if I insult somebody, or maybe it's not my place to talk, that kind of thing.
Everybody assumes that there's something wrong with them.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. I think you're perfectly fine. And see, social anxiety is a common thing. Everybody goes through it at some point of their life. Whether it be while they're a teenager in school, trying to fit in, or when they're an adult, trying to figure out who they are. That is a common thing to go through. And I think that's what you may have.
I mean, like, yes, there may be certain, like, major edge cases that things go too far. May have this, may have that.
Yeah.
Who knows? I need a third one. Oh, thank you.
And it also seems like doctors are always trying to put a label on everything.
That's my big problem.
And so it's really hard to tell, and they use a wide scope of symptoms to classify things, such as being awkward. Being awkward is normal.
And it's like one of the big reasons why her brother is so awkward is because they were not raised very social.
Yeah. And that's why I thought I had autism for the longest time. Because I went through so much abuse and confinement, I didn't know how to I still have trouble socializing. because of the way I was raised. And I still have troubles trying to understand people's emotions because I was raised to not have these emotions, for example.
No, 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 no.
Or I was taught that I'm not allowed to have these emotions.
Damn it! I just
Like-
want to kill one.
Like, for example, I was always scared to cry because I got beat for crying, you know? And I still have troubles letting myself cry because I feel like I shouldn't be crying. How dare I cry or whatever, you know? The stuff, simple stuff like that. And because of that, I for the longest time thought I was autistic. And no, it's because of the upbringing I went through. And like I said, doctors are always trying to diagnose people with something. Words were right. Okay, yeah, I had anger issues myself, but I also almost killed somebody, so I had to go through 7.5 years of anger management because of the anger I had back then. And to the point where my brothers were even terrified of me, which Zero would tell you, my brothers are terrified of me. Or they're terrified of angering me, put it that way. But having anger does not make you have a mental disability.
Aww.
So, anger stems from a common thing that it's called a trigger. Okay? When you know your triggers, that's when you address it with things to cope with it. So when you talk about signals, those are called triggers. I have triggers for PTSD. I have 2 forms of PTSD. I have depressive and aggressive. Yeah, I want to use drugs. I know you're joking. But each of my PTSD has certain types of triggers.
How's it going, Ace? Welcome in. Ah, I'm gonna die! Don't.
And see, I get calm before I get mad, and then I cry before I get aggressive. Like, I get I get so mad that I cry. And then after that, that's when I get aggressive.
Hey.
Yeah, so Hollow, your anger is similar to mine. Calm, then well, I get to cry before I get aggressive. And then I cry some more.
Therapy for PTSD is one thing.
It's difficult though. You can ask your dad. He told me I have complex.
I mean,
which is
PTSD is rough.
Yeah.
So that's a different thing. That's your memories. That's basically your memories attacking you.
Or reliving it for some people.
Yeah. What am I supposed to do here?
Did even saying I was.
Oh. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Well, they probably feared that you were gonna whoop the kid's ass. I want to say the
I didn't mean to do that.
PTSD is linked to fascinations with weapons, but I can't really object that either because I have PTSD and I play with blades, so. Maybe they felt like an aura from you. I've been told a lot by some people that when they talk to me, they felt like they're in danger and stuff like that. Like, I even have managers that I worked with that were so afraid to talk to me for the longest time because they felt intimidated or felt like I was going to hurt them or something. And that was one of the reasons why they didn't like me, because they were worried that they were going to hurt or something. They just felt off about me, which I never realized was a thing. But then again, I think about when I worked at the prison, I had the same effect to a lot of inmates. A lot of the prisoners were afraid to even talk to me, get close to me, and I had a lot of respect because of that. So you could be giving off an aura without realizing, like I did. And that's what they sensed, so they probably felt there was danger, even though you were calm.
Incinerary snap. That's what I want to see. Cold snap. That might be fun.
Well, I did try to kill a kid over a ball at a recess, so. I started with Larry. That's the reason why I was put on anger management. I beat the crap out of him, sent him to the hospital and everything. Just because he took the ball from me. That was literally it. He took the ball from me. Told me, made fun of me because I wore skirts. Plus my hair was short. Called me a boy. Because my hair was short. And then, when give the ball back when I had it first, and I was trying to play wall ball at recess with some of the other kids. And he just kept making fun of me, and then he told me, well, it's because I'm a foster kid and I shouldn't be alive because obviously nobody wanted me. And so drown
that guy in the toilet.
So I beat the living shit out of him till one of the teachers came out to bring us back in recess and realized I was pummeling him and he was unconscious and I was still pummeling him. They had to pull me off. And I had no recollection of exactly what I did to him. I just remember his bloody ass face. You see, that's when I'm talking about the aura. So you were very mad. You probably didn't realize it. That you were probably giving off like an aura. It's called, I call it a vibe. Like, you get vibes from people to avoid them. At least I do. I get vibes from people that are shady and stuff like that. Or like bad news. Like, I just get a vibe. And so when you're angry and stuff like that, you can give a vibe that you're dangerous or something. Like, you have an intent to kill, so to say. And so they probably felt that. I mean, some kids just deserve to get their ass whooped. I'm just saying. See, Hollow, I think that was a little too far, but yes, you do want to defend your girlfriend. I wouldn't break somebody's ribs over it like that, though.
Well, that depends.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't really get angry or anything if somebody called me fat, but, you know, I've heard worse.
So there's a guy in our store who does stocking in the areas I work.
Mm-hmm.
And he picked this. I was toying with this, and I showed it to him, and he picked it up and he started to do this. And as he came down like this, my fist came up, and this touched his nose, just touched.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that he was gonna, like he stopped, and I knew he was gonna stop, so I stopped right as his nose. It's like, oh, that would hurt. Maybe not try to toss my stuff.
Mm-hmm. But I know with my anger, when I do lose it, a lot of people, most of them, I don't remember conversations that I have when I lose control of my anger, or I don't remember what I do to people usually when I lose control of my anger, which is why my brothers are so scared of me, because I know one of my brothers, I messed up his arm, Will, and in the process I scared Zero's grandmother with whatever I said in my anger. What was the last person I scared? Oh, my manager, Jenny. I lost control of my anger at work. Had a full meltdown.
I chose what options he wanted. I let him come up with the things he clearly refused. If I said anything, I'm guessing I played it pretty smart when he asked me opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But he was just mad that during it, I was doing another classwork with permission. I chose what options he wanted. I let him come up with the things he'd clearly refuse. If I said anything, then he just got mad because I was more focused on the easy path while I was working on my own. He chose the wrong day to do it. We were trying to go out to help me forget about my father passing away on Father's Day.
Yeah. Well, that's more excusable because you were already high emotion at that point, Hollow.
I mean, like, if I see you trying to do something, I'm going to act accordingly. If you're going to try to break my things, I'm going to try to break yours.
Right. Well, for Hollow's situation, he punched somebody for calling his girlfriend fat. But at the same time, it's also excusable because he was already high emotion because of his father passing away. Which I think is more excusable because, yeah, you're already high emotion. You were going through a lot and you didn't have much of an outlet at the time. And it didn't take much to topple you over on rage or whatever, or any kind of other negative emotion.
Hey, it's my thumbnail. And yeah, like it's the same. It's the same thing with this guy. Like he's a prankster. He's a jokester, and sometimes he takes it too far.
Yep. And I know some people like that too.
And it doesn't take much for it to go too far. The wrong words can make it go too far. The wrong actions can make it go too far. And so what I've been doing recently is I've just been giving him a taste of his own medicine. if he's going to bump arms with me, I'm gonna bump arms with him a little bit harder.
Which guy is this?
His name's Rylan.
Oh, I know who he is.
The guy with the beanie.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a cool dude, but he's also young and kind of thinks that he can do whatever he wants.
He's not even 18 yet.
No, he's 18.
Oh, he just turned 18 then. When he started working at Walmart, he had a yellow badge.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he was younger than 18.
Gee, that scared the shit out of me.
And I had to do his boxes for him for a while. Because he couldn't use the mailer. So he must have turned 18 recently.
What am I supposed to do here?
Did you listen to the guy?
I can't do anything. There we go.
I'm probably gonna go to bed here soon. I think I gave a lot of advice today than normal. I was not expecting him. That's fine. Yes, you were reasonably pissed, and that's you had the right to defend yourself. I would not fault you for that at all. And see, the problem with teachers nowadays is that they don't stop bullying. It's like it's almost like they aid in the bullying. Because I had some teachers who looked the other way when I was getting bullied in school, which is why the kids got beat up or hurt. Or whatnot. That or I endured it. Yeah, look classy. And see, that's why they don't. Because they're afraid of losing their jobs or whatnot. Because the system's all messed up right now. That's why they have the LGBTQ in the schools now. Anyway, I'm gonna get some rest before the child wakes up. Alright, later. You get somebody.
How's it going, Akira? Welcome in. Welcome back. You good?
Yeah. I'm tired. Hopefully I'll wake up with baby cries. Hopefully I'll wake up with baby cries.
It's okay. I'm probably gonna call it a night here soon. These little bits are taking a little bit too long. But I can't stay up. I can't stay up too long because we gotta wake up early in the morning. So dyslexia is interesting. Don't really know how that really functions, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Oh no, Nazuri, I'm calling it a night. It's okay. I'll be on tomorrow night. Have a good one, everybody.